Welcome in, everyone. American Leeds, the American Leeds YouTube channel. My name's Alex Simon. Hope you're all doing well. Let's get this one rocking and rolling. A squad building Monday, Tuesday, early on Tuesday, late on Monday, but you're here, and I thank you. Smash the like the Smash Small channel, etc., etc. We're going to talk Bijol. We're going to talk Nmecha. We're going to talk Adam Underwood, and we're going to do it fairly quickly. Again, please like the video, the content, and it progresses it on to other Leeds United fans. So, with that, Lukas Nmecha obviously was signed. Reminds me of a lot of Jorginho Ruter in terms of his physical style of play. We'll take a little peek at that. Started off at Man City's academy, 300 unsuccessful loan spells at Preston, Middlesbrough, and Wolfsburg before scoring 21 in 41 at Angrecht. I'm not sure if I'm saying that, but it's funny, in the comments when we signed him, some Borough fans saying that he was woeful. Look, it just didn't work out. Moved to Wolfsburg on a permanent deal in 2021, scored 19 goals in 73 games across 4 years, earning an international call-up, made 6 debuts, or made his debut in 2022, playing 7 times for Germany. No slouch country, and has been really riddled with injuries. Missed 56 games between 2023 and 2024 through injury, basically over 2 campaigns. He's a reclamation project. That's the only way to really put it. He's a reclamation project. He's free. There's little risk. There was an article that came out with Baron Cross that basically said, the Leeds United philosophy happening will be low risk, high reward type of signings. So, I mean, what's there to lose? Is he going to be any kind of replacement? Hopefully he'll fight for the shirt and compete. But he really does remind me of, in terms of his movement, Ruter. And let's take a peek at maybe a little bit of his. Let's take a peek of what did the lads say? You're a new Leeds United player. You got a brand new deal. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings, Lukas? And he was happy to go on, of course, and do the tour with Leeds United TV.
I've got some people that have been here, like Josh, who I've played with, who told me about the atmosphere, the fans, and obviously I've played against Leeds in the Championship, and it's a massive club, and it's an exciting challenge. Can't wait to play in the Premier League. Spoken with the manager many times, and I'm excited to play that style of football. I saw that there was dominance last season in terms of possession and the goals, and I'm an attacking player, so obviously that's exciting for me. Of course, in the Premier League, there's some big boys in there where you can't play like that all the time, but I think the idea of the manager is to play good football, possession football, and that's what I'm used to and what I love doing.
There have been people that come out and have said that he is a counter-attacking type of player, and that will fit our side. Obviously he's saying, here, I like possession. I want to play with the ball. It'll be interesting. I mean, that's the biggest question heading into the upcoming season, is how will Daniel Farke adjust? In terms of his hold-up play, he looks like he's got a big, I use this term, he's got a big foot on him. He's got a big foot. Just seeing some comments. LUFC Passion. Leeds have a $10 million bid with Noah Siddiqui. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit. Blair. He counts as a homegrown player. That is true, LUFC Passion. Yeah, he looks like he's got a big foot on him, a big leg. Like Ruter kind of had that on me, where it's easy for him to get a very hard shot on goal. Where, like, in terms of Aronson and other players, like maybe of that have a less powerful leg, it's a little bit more difficult for them to get a shot on target the way Nmecha does, or produces. So let's just take a peek at some of his highlights. The hold-up play is what you want, and that's a super, super cheeky ball there. But that right there, little bit of Georgie. Do you see that? Now, I know he's not going to be Georgie, right? He's not going to be 50 million pound player here. But that's a real nice ball over the top. This is a reclamation project. This is a project that, it's interesting too, with the with his style of play and with what Farke will do with him. But the abductor part of it is like the abductor is the one thing where that's really been Leeds United's like training room. That's what's filled up. Like, I think Ampadu had a knee, but Pascal definitely had an abductor issue. Maybe Perot had an abductor issue. And Manar Solomon, like there was a period of time where I think there was like 3 injuries with abductor, and that's what's put him down. So I don't know, maybe the training staff feel that they can rehabilitate his career, but you can see some similarities there between a big, tall striker, physical striker like Georgie, and what Lukas can do. We really don't have a striker like this currently, an attacking player like this. And there's just no risk. So if he's healthy, great pass there. Why not? And of course, these are the highlights. There'll be lowlights as well, but great. That's fantastic there. We just don't have a player that's really physical, and we'll need some physicality next year. We talked a lot about Leeds United, even though we won the league in the championship, was a very physical league. Maybe you could say even more physical than the Prem, being too nice. And this seems like a striker that's not going to be nice. Maybe what Bamford was that for that half a year under Marcelo Bielsa back in the championship. Like, Bamford was a guy that would take up 2 center backs. And so he's only 26. There's just no risk. I mean, why not? And so this was I talked a lot about too, that the window will be building up. And that, of course, takes us to Jaka Bijol, which is our next signing, and another huge bodied player that will be playing center back. There were several interviews, but I was able to catch one, and this is from Udinese's main YouTube channel, and they did a feature on Jaka.
So now we are at Loggia del Lionello, and here is the castle of Udine. Nice places to visit.
It's superb! And it's Jaka Bijol.
I like that Italy's culture, that the people of Italy. I think a lot of things that we like, it can be to eat, it can be everything.
Jaka Bijol gives Udinese the lead.
It's not always easy, like the path that led me to come here in Udinese and to Serie A. A lot of hard work, put a lot of effort in, but at the end it paid off. I'm here now. I feel really good here in Udine and in Udinese, and I think that I can only grow as well and to do even more. It's the most important that you feel comfortable where you go, that you feel good, and when you feel good, then you can do good things on the pitch as well.
Jaka Bijol joined Udinese in June 2022. The 24-year-old Slovenian international has been an almost constant at centre-back and has featured on the score sheet as well as the team sheet.
The curling ball, Bijol's header, and Udinese take the lead with 10 minutes left.
I would say that I am a strong defender, good in duels. I read the game well, and of course it's always nice to score goals. The goal against Verona is special when you score in the last minutes, especially for a victory. It's, I think, one of the most beautiful things in football, when that feeling when you score at the last moments of the game for 3 points, and of course it sticks in your head for a long time for sure.
Samardzic swings it up, and Jaka Bijol.
I hope that this season I can score as well.
Udinese had a rocky start to the season, winless in the first 10 matches. The first success came against the unlikeliest of opponents.
Falling rain and the falling whistles of San Siro. Pereira slides it into the back of the net.
Yeah, for sure. We waited for this win a long time now, and it was some hard times, but it's even more sweeter than when the victory comes. Even in San Siro, it's even more beautiful, and for sure we can breathe now a little bit more, and it was, yeah, for sure, for everyone, really important.
The final whistle goes. Gabriele Cioffi wanted to see what his side were made of and how they showed him here tonight at San Siro.
The new coach gave us a lot of energy. He speaks with us a lot to show us what he wants from us and everything. And yeah, so far so good, really. Only good feelings with him, and I'm sure that he can give us a lot and help us a lot this season.
Unfortunately, Bijol broke his foot midweek in training, so he'll cheer his team on from the sideline when they host second-to-bottom Verona, the kind of match Udinese need to win. The Slovenian suggests his replacements at the back be on their guard against the Giallo Blues' main striker.
Teda Channel takes the free kick. Lovely ball in! And Milan Djuric has grabbed a leveler.
Djuric, I think, is a striker that you have to be really smart against him. It's a big one, a really big one, really good with the head. But I'm sure we are a better team than Verona, and we just have to show it on the pitch, give it our all, with the right energy, with the right attitude, to be ready for every single ball, concentrate, and make one goal more than them.
Well done.
That's him.
He's a big boy. That's a big boy. Look, I think the biggest piece is that he is going to be a presence on set pieces. Thomas Frank just got hired at Tottenham, talked about the 3 things that are like unnegotiable, and one of them is like, it's like work rate, set pieces. Set pieces. If you want to survive in the Premier League, you have to be good on set pieces. Brentford was known for their set pieces, and that's why they stayed up. And you look at that Bijol clip, he is in on set pieces and making his presence known. And we are going to have to be defending set pieces and hopefully getting some goals from set pieces. As long as I've been a Leeds United fan, we have not been good on set pieces. We just haven't been good. We've been better under the Farke era, I can say, in this short amount of time. We've been probably the best at defending them. We have not been the best still at producing anything from a set piece in and around the box, even on corners. But I will say it's been good. I mean, some of the most memorable goals last campaign came from, Pascal getting a header against Sunderland. So anyways, the rebuild continues. We're out in front, I think, of the other 2. And, Brentford is probably that one that you want to drag in and get into the scrap, probably maybe even a West Ham or a Everton. So this is a big, big, big signing. Nobody can really underscore that. I think it works out to the conversion rate of £18.7 million. That's probably higher than they wanted to go, Leeds United, but they got it done. They got it over the line. And I think there quite honestly will be a tax applied because we will be in a scrap. So not a terrible piece of business, but I think maybe a little bit over what we wanted to play, but we wanted to get them in the door before, others might have wanted to sniff around. There was a little bit of delay that came through. I want to make sure I just got this, came out about an hour ago, that there was a wedding, I think, involved in terms of the delay. I don't know if Jaka was getting married, but I just wanted to take a peek. Been told that Jaka wanted to wait to his wedding. Okay, so it was his wedding before completing the move to the Premier League. Talk about a nice honeymoon present there. Despite Udinese tentative to improve the price of the deal, Bijol was cleared and wanted to play for the Peacocks. Deal now set to complete in the next few days. So hopefully people are watching watching the flights and in the car park with their extra wide zoom lens, ready to see the I don't know, Mercedes-Benz or whatever pulls up and Jaka pops out of it, or the plane. I'm sure all of that will happen in the next 24 hours or so. But yeah, fantastic piece of business. It's a start, and it's before June 30th. Really, what more can you say? I just want to finish up talking about Adam Underwood. Adam Underwood is leading the recruitment efforts of an article came out under Barron Cross, and this is our guy, right? This is the guy that is leading the recruitment efforts in the new era of Leeds United. And now let me just pull up his LinkedIn. Let me pull up his LinkedIn because I just find that fascinating. I don't know. This is where his LinkedIn resume, Adam Underwood, and this is the man right here. He's been with the club for a long time. He's Leeds educated. He went to Leeds Beckett University. Shout out to Leeds Beckett University if any of you guys are smartly educated there. And he is an academy man. He's biggest chunk of time was the academy manager for 8 years and 9 months at Leeds United. That was his first job. Then he was head of football operations at Leeds, really under the Farke rebuild. So this is somebody that, I don't know, the 49ers have looked at, even when they were partial owners and saw maybe a rising star got a promotion at Leeds United when the 49ers Enterprises first took over in the championship in July 2023. One of the first moves they made is him as head of football operations, and now he is the sporting director of Leeds United, and this is our guy. Adam Underwood began at Leeds in November 2024 as academy manager. Now he's been elevated to sporting director, effectively replacing Greta Steinson. His expansion responsibilities include overseeing recruitment, player trading and operations, football performance, medical, and academy functions. Okay, so this is the other leadership changes. Robbie Evans, previously Chief Strategy Officer, has been promoted to Managing Director, taking charge of analytics and recruitment. So the analytical mind, Robbie Evans there. Alex Davies continues as head of recruitment, while Greta Steinson moves to an advisory position within 49ers Enterprises Group. Okay. Parag, quote, "These appointments are recognition of the depth of our leadership team, and I'm confident they will help drive the club forward in the next chapter." So I think these guys pretty much have autonomy to do their said responsibilities, and things might get elevated to Parag. And the way I think the Enterprises and the York family likes to operate is they do trust Parag with these operations. He's grown the 49ers club to make a lot of money. They have not won a championship, I will say that, which is the goal there. That's where they're kind of like Arsenal, where it's like, win the Premier League or bust. But he started to make that club a lot of money for them. And so now he's doing the same at Leeds. He is not full owner over at Rangers. He is an advisor over at Rangers. to mitigate that conflict of interest. But all good stuff. All good stuff. Will there be outgoings? Of course there will be. We'll wait and see when that happens. But this is, I mean, you want to pinch yourself if you're a Leeds United fan. I think we're shopping in that 20 to 40 million pound bracket. You know, you can say 18 to 15. And a report by Baron Cross said you want they're going to go 5 players. If you say 5 players in that 20 million pound bracket, that's 100 million. So you're on your way to your 100 million. And, you know, I think that's, you know, will it be enough? We don't know. If you talk to people like, you know, some of the people that just came down, like the Ipswich fans, and his name's escaping me right now, but Ben, who's the Ipswich fan. Anyways, I shout out. I'm for whatever reason completely blanking on your name right now. But anyways, he would say that, you know, you're set to go down. If you talk to Leicester fans, they're going to say you're set to go down. They're, you know, so it is going to be a difficult slog. It's going to be a scrap. I mean, I am preparing for that because all of these teams, like you look at what Brighton are doing. Brighton signed a 10 million pound center back, very young, talented. It was no problem to recruit them there because they know they're not going to have a scrap. So, you know, I'm just long may this continue. Of course, there will be an exit, but we're squad building. I want to see fullbacks and a number 10. I can give you a quick update on Brendan Aronson. Yes, he scored for the USMNT, but he has been his number 10 and starting position in Pochettino's side. Yes, it's levels, but he is not starting for Mauricio Pochettino. A player named Diego Luna, who is in the MLS. Okay, that is like, the MLS is like maybe League One. Maybe League One level. So a League One level, maybe, you know, number 10 has taken Brendan Aronson's place. An MLS number 10 has taken his place. And maybe he'll come into Leeds with a chip on his shoulder, but we do have to get a 10. There's no doubt about it. And I'm an American. I love Brendan, but we got to get a 10. And I want to see somebody that's a little bit more ambitious than some of the names that we've been linked to. So we will see. That's it. That's my time. Go to get some rest. Get some rest. There'll be some more names hopefully in the morning. And like the video on your way out, and this will also be available on Spotify. Follow me at American Leeds on X or Twitter. I'm out. Marching together. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.